You won't be getting Maxi.
Hey guys, this is the salt shaker, and today we're just going to run you through a little project. We're going to take a window out and replace it with aluminium panel. The reason we're doing this is because we've got our fridge and our electrical cupboard, as well as the shower, and then another pantry behind that. And basically with the glass, we're going to get a lot of heat in on the back of those items. It's not ideal, and we can quite cheaply, worked out to be about $65 to change it over each set of windows, which is about the same as it's going to cost us to tint it anyway. So give it a look. Alright, so let's have a look on the inside. This is the completed window. We are just going to put a little bracing in here, just to hold that out a little bit, just to get, just to push it against its original seal. But you can see we've got the original window seals left in. Figured that would be a bit better for rain. So I found out it was actually quite hard for us to find out this information on the web, and that was the reason why. But it's quite simple. Basically, if you take this pinch weld off, you'll find that there's 6 of these little clips that hold the actual window frame in. There's around the window. In behind that is some, it's called like mastic or butyl. It's basically a rubber-based silicone that doesn't ever actually fully cure to a hard silicone like what you're probably normally used to seeing. So basically what I'm going to do is we're going to take the clips out. We're going to add a little bit of weight to the window and use just like a flathead screwdriver to push the sill away from the actual body panel, and spray a little bit of soapy bubbles of water in there, and then just run along with a razor blade. And as we get around to the end of the window, I'll just get Chantel onto the outside. Should be able to catch the window as it falls out. They only weigh about 15 kilos, so should be nice and easy. There's already a bunch of tutorials out there to get these window stoppers out, so I'm not going to go into it right now, but you can see that we've already removed them, and that allows us to push the windows fully open, which obviously is going to make it a lot easier and safer on the glass. This little lip just here is where this this mastic is, and yeah, just as simple as running the razor around it and getting it done. Alright, so we've got the window out. Just need to, you can see the bottom here. The bottom has one-way valves, I guess you would call it, just to let any water in the sill out. The top does not, so you'll know which side. I've decided to cut the bottom. My reasoning is for if we do end up having water leaking down inside the frame, it will be able to come outside the bottom and hopefully not out the top and then inside the bus. So the next step for us is to, you can see they've got these little brackets here, and that's how they've welded them together. We are just going to simply cut through this, through here, and cut through just the top of this bracket. This will separate We'll remove the couple of screws holding the mid plate in. And then basically this whole thing will separate apart. When it separates apart, pull the glass out and we'll slide the new alu panel in and peel the plastic off, and happy days. To get this measured up, what I did was just basically take the width of this track, minus a little bit for the actual rubber in the sills, and then we went and got this cut by a sign company, really cheap. They only charge you about $1 a cut for this stuff, so it was pretty good. Pretty happy. I leave the clear. They run a clear plastic over this to stop you scratching it when you install it. I'm going to leave that on, take it out once it's in the sill. It can be a bit of a bugger, but it's probably better than, you know, scratching up your panel on the workbench. And once you get it back in the frame, we're literally just making a template off here. Draw that up. These are the little L brackets we've made. They do need a little bit of trimming afterwards, but I'll show you that. Basically, we're just gonna put it on there, pinch it down real tight, screw two screws into the top, and then get it locked right across to where you want it, and then drill another 2 screws in there. The 2 screws are going to stop it from being able to twist. It's going to make it look nice, and it will be good. Alright, so the very last thing we need to do is, you'll see these edges here where they've aluminium welded them are rounded. You do need to round off that little L-shaped bracket we made. The reason is it just doesn't quite fit back in the windowsill, so I'd take a fair bit off here, but I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then from here, we're just basically going to give this a quick blow down and then run some mastic, a little bit extra mastic. We're going to grab these lumps and smooth them out a little bit just to make our life easier fitting it back in. It doesn't really matter if you do it or not. And just to repeat the steps that we did before, we are going to just put those clips back in, make sure it's all sitting level, and that's pretty much it. Just a little bit of cleanup, babe. Doing the cleaning, always doing the cleaning.
It's just part and parcel, babe.
I'll give you a little look outside now. At our finished product. So this is the 2 cuts that we've made in it. So compare that to what they look from the factory. Is, you know, hey, it's a DIY coaster. It's pretty close. I don't think anybody's ever going to take notice of that. And then next job, simply just peel this off to reveal our beautiful white. This may take a while. Aha! And
Beautiful.
looks great. So I hope that makes it a little easier for you.